Well, it is such an honor to be here tonight, and I greatly appreciate you all coming to hear about Perry County, an area of Alabama I have fallen in love with. Tonight represents the heart and soul of the mission of the Honors College. Dr. Herwig has taken his class through some intellectual discussions about social justice. One of the things I appreciate most about Dr. Herwig is that he invites you to step outside the classroom and look at present-day concerns and challenges, because we believe that knowledge in and of itself is wasteful. We need to turn knowledge into action.
Dr. Herwig, thank you so much for having us. Your students are doing phenomenal things. I joined Teach for America in Alabama not only because there was a problem and that I was aware of the problem, but because of the many, many special and successful things that we have going on, and the fact that we are losing 25,000 students in this state every single year that don't deserve it, that are talented. And it's not fair, quite frankly. To quote JW, it's not only morally unacceptable, it's economically unsustainable what we're doing. We're losing human and social capital every single year, and we don't devote our lives into enriching these areas. These kids taking the ACT, it's a direct result of the Honors College Partnership. It's a direct result of people coming from Tuscaloosa, your age, getting involved, looking at them in the eye, and laughing with them, and teaching them, and struggling with them, and finding a way to excel and push their strengths and hone their weaknesses, to develop them into an adequate test taker, to give them a real shot.
We're excited because there are so many things that you as students that bring to us the talent you have. All of the things, the gifts that you bring, as well as it has already been stated that you all come in as an energy, but it also motivates and it will help our students and our citizens to think outside of the box. In Perry County, a lot of times you look and say a lot people are not doing well. A lot of times people say, well, they don't want to do any better. But when I look at the incomes that people have, and I look at the bills that they have, many times their bills is twice their income. And they're trying to struggle to make those decisions. With Sowing Seeds of Hope, when we came in as trying to improve the quality of living. We could not just look at one aspect. We couldn't just look at, to say, education. We couldn't just look at health care, because let me tell you what, all of it works together. We start talking, a lot of times when people come to us and they're talking about ideas, and they're talking a lot of times about big things and wonderful things that's going on in Tuscaloosa. They're talking about all these great things that they're doing in Washington. And guess what? We're trying to focus on how we're going to feed our family, how we're going to pay for insurance. We're talking about how we're going to have gas in our house. We're looking at how we're going to have food on the table.
The kids and the students they had low expectations kind of ingrained into them. How do you as a teacher kind of build up their confidence and let them know that they do have the potential, and and there is something worth trying and taking, like ACTs, and trying to strive for higher education?
I think that's something we got to do is push on the fronts that they're already successful in. They do have strengths, and then it's easy to sort of capitalize on those strengths once you get there. It is a confidence. It's just like building momentum, just anything else from the ground up. So I take the easy victories, whether it's writing a good sentence as opposed to a good essay, even in 10th grade, or reading flawlessly one bullet point on my PowerPoint presentation. Really celebrating that, just selling. That's amazing. You pronounced the word synthesize excellently. And just really getting involved. And then there's all kinds of quirky little things that I do. So when my kids came and take like a midterm, I played like the Chicago Bulls intro music. So they would, and then I like rolled out this banner that said, "Today's your day to dominate," and they all had to like slap it when they walked in. But it's little things like that, and crazy people like me that actually work together to build their confidence. I mean, it's it's there. It's there.
It is a part of my classes to create as the Honors College defines an out-of-classroom experience. I'm thinking we really have to study history. We have to go back to the classic conflicts. I'm teaching Gandhi. We are going to the old colonial conflicts of the British Empire, India, all these, Pakistan, and then we look at conflicts in Germany, of course, Holocaust, talking about the structures of racism and anti-Semitism, and then we come to MLK, to Martin Luther King, and we talk about more kind of recent American history, and it's very important to understand these different conflicts and how they are related to each other, how they are different from each other, and but then always there's the question, how can we use this knowledge, this understanding of conflicts and of the different methods to overcome them, how can we use them in terms of the contemporary conflicts in our context. And in this case it was Pericon, a very close area where of course you can talk about the problems of the third or fourth or the fifth world, and of course everybody is very much aware of all this very still burning conflicts in many ways, but sometimes we are not so much aware that there's poverty around you, around these wonderful places, the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, and so I think I'm so proud that my students were willing to open their hearts and their eyes for this context, Perry County, and this is what we saw tonight.